Take that jersey off, Jesse. This is the Play On Podcast, episode number 112, I believe. Jesse has a horrible jersey on.
This is my birthday present. It's beautiful.
You
My
got your
favorite
trash
color and
bag,
my
dude.
favorite team.
You got your trash bag. A mop. Ah, 15 what? Benzema?
Champions Leagues. 15 Champions
Benzema?
League. 15 Champions Leagues.
That's what Benzema did too.
That's what, three times you guys have? Three times what you guys have?
Yeah, we have five. Oh, bro, it's been a minute. But you guys got those in like the 60s, let's be honest.
No, that's from
I
what, this past couple years?
No, these past couple of years, you got what, 10,
Eight,
6,
eight,
6. Because it's the 3P. It's crazy to say. Then you guys won one with the Galacticos, right?
2002,
Yeah. And then I'll count the 90s. So, the-
98.
mm, yeah. But Barca won six within that time frame as well.
Because we got five in a row. And then after that, we had two in like, I want to say like the 70s. It was like a period, and then it was 98. That was like eight, and then 2002, which was nine, and then the Decima in 2012, and then we got the three straight, and then we got the two in the 2020s.
And then like they decided, oh shit, we could rob this again. They won't say anything. But yeah, going back to the new Galacticos, um you got Mourinho.
Yeah, it's been all but confirmed now that they're just basically waiting for the presidential elections because Florentino called it early. So if he goes unopposed, he'll be elected president again, and then they'll confirm Jose Mourinho, but he's all but confirmed.
Yeah.
A 2-year deal, same as Hansi Flick, who just renewed as well. So both until 2028. He's been quote unquote given more power and decision making room. He's bringing in his own staff. The board supposedly has no control over what happens in that locker room. He gets full
Oh God.
control. I won't believe it until I see it. But yeah, he's also outlined needs. He said we need two new center backs since we're uh Alaba's leaving, and then they're gonna try sell Asensio,
Hmm.
and then we're keeping the other three, a striker, and then a midfielder, and then a backup right back, since Dani Carvajal has also been announced uh to be leaving.
It's gonna be an interesting season, and I'm kind of excited for it because I want to see because out of this season's drama, it was kind of mild, but with Mourinho, I think it's gonna be even more interesting, especially the results don't come, and if the players are gonna listen, especially Mbappe. I think that's the biggest one. I want to see what happens with them.
Yeah, I just want to see how well controlled he has, because like what I think we said previously, like this isn't the same player that was back in Mourinho's prime, and like in the early 2000s and 2010, where like the players were professional.
Yeah,
These players are have been affected by like social media and like
ego.
ego and like all these outside factors where they play for themselves and they don't play for like the badge or for like a coach.
Yeah.
Because that's what made Jose Mourinho such a great coach, that he would get his players to die for him. Like they would run on that field until they couldn't anymore. And the players of today don't necessarily do that. And if they do it, they're just a rare breed now.
Oh, and we're gonna see the first transfer for Mourinho, and it's gonna be Prestiani.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's gonna be still that like debacle. I know Vinicius is gonna have to talk to Mourinho because he was kind of going in and defending his player. And then also, I wonder if they're gonna ask Mourinho because remember he was like saying some outlandish things about Real Madrid, about how like they kind of robbed and they put not rob, but like they know the pressures they put on the referees. So it's bound to be asked in one of the press conferences, but it's gonna be an interesting season. Who do you think is gonna be the player that's gonna like he's just gonna have a huge problem with? Because there's always that one player for Mourinho teams. It was Ozil with Real Madrid. It was who was it with?
No, it
Man,
wasn't Ozil. He brought him in, and then he left when he left, because they were
oh,
both there for 3 years.
oh, it's Kaká, right? Kaká's the one because remember the he was supposed to be brought in to be this huge star. Well, he just won the Ballon d'Oro after that season, and they
Yeah,
brought him in.
he won in 2009, but then he came in and immediately had that hip surgery.
Yeah, he had injury
And he
problems, but even then they had like issues off the field because he said he was not getting given the opportunity. But that kind of killed his career right
yeah,
after he
but he was
went.
never the same after like the hip injury, like his athleticism just like sapped.
Yeah,
Because
to the dip.
he still had like the technical ability because when he would come on, he you would still see it, but he just couldn't run like he used to.
Hmm.
Because when in his like his prime in AC Milan, he would just run straight at the
Yeah, it was
defenders and just
he would glide.
yeah, he would just glide, but he couldn't do that anymore, and it just looked like he just lost so much from that injury specifically.
But yeah, with Tottenham, Dele Alli, so I wonder who it's gonna be. If you had to take a guess who it was, who it's going to be, who would you pick?
Vinny.
Uh, I have a feeling it's gonna be one of the younger guys. I think probably like uh Arda Güler. I think he's gonna have a clash with him.
I think you just want that because you Arda Güler is so good.
No,
You
because
just
I
want him
think
gone.
Arda Güler has been outspoken even when he's been benched. He doesn't like it. He does gestures, but I think he has a decent work rate. But when you guys are losing, he does turn to be more start complaining, and again his ego starts showing. It's specifically him because he hasn't really well he won the Champions League, but again he didn't really play that season. But yeah, he's gonna have that kind of ego on him, in my opinion. But we'll see. Maybe he'll be like a defender like Rudiger, Huijsen, Carreras.
Well, no, he gave Housen his start at Roma. He was the one that gave him his professional debut, and he was the one that said like before like his season at Bournemouth, he's like one of the biggest prospects in football right now. So I think if anything, Housen's probably gonna shine under Mourinho.
Well, we'll see. Never know who it could be, Jesse. No one thought it would be Dele Alli, the English star boy.
Everyone saw it coming.
But yeah, that got announced. Xabi Alonso, your old manager, got announced to Chelsea.
Yeah, it's a good hire by Chelsea if they give him what he needs and the board stays away. But I think he wins them a Premier League title next year.
I don't like it because I just don't like how Chelsea's operating at the moment. Um, if this was the Chelsea of old with Abramovich, I think they compete very well. But with this one, I don't know, man. This team, this ownership is more focused on results, and they don't want a project. And I don't think
Well,
they'll.
now your results, they're focused on profit.
Mhm.
But like we said, the best way to get money flowing or like anything else is winning. And I think especially the way fans are reacting to them because they've disconnected so much from Chelsea.
Yeah,
Just like our own cousin, yeah, here
he doesn't
uh
associate with him. He legit was so pissed when Maresca got fired.
yeah, and they put in a PE teacher as a coach. But yeah, I think it's a good hire if they just let Xabi Alonso do what he does because we've seen
Yeah.
what he can do at Leverkusen, especially like we've said year after year. There's talent in that Chelsea team. It's just that they're allowed to, thin it out because there's obviously such dead end there that it doesn't make sense and
Hmm.
roster construction. And I think if they just let Xabi Alonso do it, he'll compete for that title because that's what Chelsea was doing under Maresca in the first half of the year. So I don't see why he can't do anymore, especially next year since they're currently not in Europa. They'll have one game a week, which is a big advantage with like so many other teams
Yeah.
being dead at the end.
Well, they're still trying to compete for a European competition. I think the closest one they could get is the Conference League. But even then, if they do get on the Conference League, they have like the biggest advantage just because of the budget they have. Plus the transfer pool that they have. Like say they don't buy players, they don't buy players from the Blue Corp. They'll be fine because they have like he legit has pools of players to pick from and send off, which is in a way it's pretty smart for him to pick because again he could have just pick the best players from each team.
And especially because I think because remember I think whereas the next year they have the transfer ban. So
Yeah.
this year they're gonna spend money in the summer so he could get whoever he wants. And I think uh a player that's going to really thrive under him is going to be Cole Palmer because we saw how he had Florian Wirtz after especially his ACL injury. He
Yeah.
was sort of like the forgotten starlet because he was supposed to be the next big thing. Got the ACL injury, wasn't at 100. at his best, and then Xabi Alonso comes in, he just brought it out of him, and now Cole Palmer's sort of going similar thing because last year he struggled the entire year with injury,
Hmm.
and so now he could bring it out and bring his best out of him.
Yeah, they call him you know how you know how Drake dropped his album Iceman
Hmm.
and Cole Palmer does this ice cold celebration. They told him he's the ass man. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see if they who they sign for center back because obviously that's probably the biggest need. Hopefully he tells them that we don't need more wingers. Maybe even make some sales to try to make some profit off of it and probably get a big striker because they kind of they don't need it because they have Joao Pedro. See how he works with them, but they just have it's that squad is just overfilled. But
Yeah,
and the
I wouldn't
goalkeeper
be
situation as well.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with just goalkeeper and then center backs because also remember they did lose their best center back at the beginning of the year with Levi Colwill picking up an ACL injury.
Hmm.
So hopefully he stays healthy next year. So, but they will probably get more center backs, I assume or hope.
Hmm.
But I think with the squad structure he has, I think he has time to, you know, put some in and some out. But like I think now he has the flexibility of being able to, because at Madrid he wasn't allowed to do his three back formation that he showed at Leverkusen. I think with Chelsea he has the ability to do that, or like he could switch from a three back to a four back, especially with the players he has, because he could do that with Reece James or even Cucurella because he showed that at Brighton as well.
Hmm.
But I just think if for the striker position, like you said, I think that's an underrated shout is getting Patrick Schick from Leverkusen back because he worked great with him, and I don't think he would like break the budget.
No, he wouldn't. Plus, they still have Nicholas Jackson, who, while yes, he wasn't the best striker, but he like had a good connection with Cole Palmer, and they were pretty deadly going up front. Finishing wasn't the best, but that's where Cole Palmer scored the most goals. That and the penalties.
Yeah, so I think they just have options. So
Hmm. It'll be an interesting summer. And another ex-coach, damn, we're just going off ex-coaches. Enzo Maresca has been announced. Well, he's going to be announced for the Man City job as Pep Guardiola announces that he's going to leave Man City.
is he? I just saw that he's a favorite so far.
It's probably the best option at the moment. Ex, well, Guardiola, what is it? What would you say? Student, I guess. He was
Pupil,
on,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
but the
pupil.
Mikel, yeah, but also Mikel Arteta was under that coaching tree, and look at how he turned out.
Well, some people sell their souls to the devil and others don't. So, but Maresca, again, we mentioned how Maresca has operated pretty well under Chelsea. They've gotten big results. Beat PSG were the only team to do it last season. I think it's probably a perfect fit. He's been at the club before. He knows the players. He knows the system. He doesn't have to teach them anything new because it's just more like it'll look like obviously just tweaking for his whatever his tactics. But I think it's probably a perfect fit. It's probably the easiest coach to fill. If you don't pick my next guy, who else would you pick? Would you take your chance with Iraola?
I think Iraola would be a really good fit because we've known that he just brings out the best out of players.
Hmm.
I'm surprised Fabregas isn't linked to it because I feel like he constantly gets brought up as like the next big thing as like a coach, especially with what he's been doing at Como.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm just surprised Fabregas isn't there. But I think the biggest problem, even if you do bring Maresca and he's like you know what he is, it's just that I wouldn't be surprised if players decide to leave Man City, especially now because he was the big draw of the Man City project
He
for
was.
years now. Like players would go there just because they would know they would get coaching from Pep Guardiola. Like beforehand, uh, players would go there because of the high salary and all that was being offered to them, which I think it's kind of gone down a bit because especially because they've been under or is it PFA eyes, especially with the case against them. They
Yeah.
haven't, as far as I've known, given them like the crazy salaries that were being given before. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of players, leave because of it's not the same project anymore.
I do question not Man City, but Haaland potentially leaving because he has talked about Guardiola, how he loves him so much, how he's the best coach ever. We'll see if he stays. I think it's gonna be an interesting summer. If he doesn't leave this summer,
Summer.
I think he probably has a chance of leaving next summer if things don't go well.
Yeah. I'm not
So,
surprised because I've seen links of players being leaving now too. Because Guardado has been linked to both Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barca as being available. So I wouldn't be surprised if like a bunch of other players, same situation.
Yeah, it's be an interesting summer. But this coaching carousel is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Do we need
I
another one?
I think last year was we thought it was crazy, but I think this year might be even crazier.
Well, everything that happened, no one expected Chelsea to fire Maresca, Real Madrid. Well, I expected Real Madrid to fire Xabi Alonso, but oh,
Oh,
Simeone's staying.
Simeone is staying. He's getting another chance. I wouldn't be surprised if he has another big summer.
Hey man, I
Of
wouldn't leave either if I had a what is it, the highest paid salary?
yeah, 20 mil a year.
You're gonna have to kick me out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a lot more funding again this summer and gets like a brand new squad again.
We'll see if they could keep Julian Alvarez, because yeah, it's gonna be tricky because apparently there's internal chatter that he asked to leave already. So I don't think Barca gets him. I think he probably goes abroad. PSG is probably a huge front runner at the moment, which will be interesting because
Or maybe even Chelsea with Xabi Alonso.
maybe,
He would
but
fit that system.
so far the links are
Arsenal,
Arsenal and PSG.
PSG.
And I think if Arsenal do win the league, I think there's a chance he goes, unfortunately.
Nah.
But
But I know also Athletic Madrid that they're looking at center backs, especially after the whole situation, and also plus because Lenglet is a terrorist.
same thing with Jose Maria Jimenez. He hasn't been good at all, so they definitely do need center back options at this point.
Yeah, but you said coaching carousel. Michael Carrick has officially been offered the job at Man U, so he's gonna stay there. So we'll see if it was just the interim tag that helped him, or if he's actually proven to have brought Man U back, quote unquote.
Well, they did have a lot of success with him. I think under Amorim it wasn't that horrible because they were still like lingering
Yeah,
in
they
the
were just
top four.
over dramatic about it.
Yeah. So I think even before he got fired, he had a decent streak, right?
Yeah, they were like in fifth or something, and then Carrick got him won one game, and they were like in the top four, and they all switched, and they was like, "See, this is what."
It's what we needed with other
Yeah,
manager. But man, boy, my boy Amorim got paid. He doesn't care.
yeah.
But is that it for coaching carousel?
I'm trying to think.
At the moment, I think so.
Oh, who is it? Who's replacing Valverde at Bilbao?
Oh, Marco Rose.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Marco Rose? No, not Marco Rose.
Is it Kovac? No, it's not.
He's ex
He
Dortmund. He's
he
the one
was
that
to
took him to the
excellent.
final.
Tadic or
Yeah,
something.
the something like that, something with the T, not Marco
Yeah.
Rose. I'm thinking it's because I was thinking Dortmund, but yes,
Th-
he's surprisingly gonna coach Bilbao.
Yeah, that's a
Athletic
big,
Bilbao.
big move, especially from Bilbao side, especially with about the heritage and everything about how Bilbao operates. It shows like a whole step of how they're trying to compete and how they're changing some of the rules that they've set on themselves.
Yeah, I wonder if they become lax when it comes to transferring players that aren't from Athletic.
Well, they're from the Basque region.
They're gonna have to, because I know what they've been doing recently is looking through their family lineage. If they have any sort of Basque blood in them, they'll get signed to the club.
Well, there's that, and also if they were coached from a Basque club. So if they were like in the youth team and they were like trained there, but they're not necessarily from the Basque region, they like get a pass.
So like they could poach players from Real Sociedad.
Yeah. So like if Griezmann was younger, they like he were I think he would have gotten like a pass.
Hmm. But it's good to see because I think you can't compete especially in Europe, you can't compete like that anymore.
Especially at like the way how the game is so global, it's impossible.
Like with because some a club in Mexico does something similar, Chivas. They only play
Uh,
Mexican players,
uh, uh,
but they have the whole country compared to,
a region of
a
Spain.
region. Yeah, like a state.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was a disgusting name you just said.
they got eliminated, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, they're still disgusting.
But yeah, it's an interesting challenge for the coach to go there. Because normally they just hire a bunch of Spanish coaches that know
Yeah,
of Basque
they
players.
they sort of been going like recycling coaches because there are just so limited options at times.
Keep in mind, this is why Nico Williams stayed for this giant project, and the coach ends up leaving. Man, some people, dude, it's all that money. Just say it was for the money, dude. There's no
No,
shame.
he just didn't want to go to Barcelona, dude. Who wants to go there? It's
What do you
disgusting.
mean? He was twerking for Lamine Yamal, bro.
They were twerking for him.
He was bound to sign up. He was gonna sign, but they couldn't guarantee his registration. So he's like, no, I want guarantees. And Bilbao offered him like a lifetime contract, highest paid player. And yeah,
Someone
he
sounds
got
salty.
I'm not, dude. Everything comes around, dude. He got pubalgia.
So did so many players.
I know. It's crazy how it came up, but it makes sense. So many games, young players playing a lot. But I think that's it for the coaching carousel. Uh, Pretty much every league is done but the Premier League.
Everyone has like a game left.
Yeah, but Italy's done. As far as like the champion, Spain is
Oh,
done.
okay, yeah, yeah,
PSG, Bayern. It's just left with relegation battles, which are pretty interesting, especially the Spain one. And it's funny because I brought it up to you. It's going to be pretty much a final for La Liga to who stays up because it's going to be Girona versus Elche, and the winner of that stays in the first division. Then I think the only one left is the Premier League for determining the champion. Arsenal played today. They
yeah. Just say it, Jerry. Just say what you want to say.
Yeah, they robbed, bro. They robbed the Premier League at this point in time. Clear red card on Havertz for pretty much studs to the back of the calf on a Burnley player, a Burnley side that already got relegated, and they needed the help from the referee to win because they won 1-0. I think the past matches they've been winning by 1 goal.
Yeah,
So,
it's just one goal. Let's all be honest here. They're giving the title to Arsenal because of their fan base and all this other bull. We know what's been happening, similar to like the Champions League. They've been getting help all year round, and it's just so sad that this is what they've had to revert to. They're playing such bad football that they still need this type of help.
hey man, I talk about Real Madrid and robberies. At least it's kind of like a 50-50 thing. You could argue it, but then with this Arsenal one, like you can't really argue it anymore. It's like blatant.
And then Arteta still has the gall to talk about like refs helping other teams.
What did he say last week? He made a brave decision.
Yeah, he made a brave decision to rule in our favor. Oh, you know the decision where what you guys have been doing to goalies all year round, where you guys will touch them up like crazy, and then it happens to you guys, and it's like, no, it's a clear foul. Shut up.
Man, but yeah, Man City has their game tomorrow. They have to beat Bournemouth to take it to the last day, and then Man City has to beat Aston Villa, and Arsenal have to either
Win.
lose or tie.
Yeah, they have to win the title. If they draw, and Man City wins, Man City gets the title because of goal difference.
Does no, I think
Goal
I was thinking
difference.
that right now. I think the goal
Goal
difference right
difference.
now is plus
Man
43.
City.
Yeah, they're both tied.
Yeah, but with the game in hand.
Yeah, and again, depends how Man City wins, if Arsenal lose or tie. But yeah, it all depends. But even then, if they do go to goal difference, Man City has the tiebreaker.
Yeah, so they have to win. If they draw or lose, Man City get the title if they win.
But we're all Crystal Palace fans, right? This Sunday.
Yeah, Crystal Palace fans, Crystal Palace, you know what to do. You know the job.
I think because the Man City just recently faced them, and Pep Guardiola was kind of like dapping up all the Crystal Palace players and like talking to them extensively,
He's
giving them
giving them the
tips.
tactics. He's like, hey, listen,
The
don't
pep
play.
talk.
He's like, hey, what your coach said? No, no, no. Listen, this is the real tactics.
You know, like, all right, just everyone add me on WhatsApp. We'll get together for a group FaceTime, and I'll give you the
Oh,
tactics to actually
yeah,
to do.
yeah. I'll walk you through what you need to do.
But yeah, it's interesting. West Ham lost. Chelsea beat Tottenham, so it still goes to the last day for the relegation battle. Well, it all depends if no, yeah, tomorrow they play. Oh my God, I forgot that was the FA Cup final. But it's Chelsea Tottenham tomorrow. Tottenham win, they stay in the Premier League. Chelsea beat Tottenham, they go to the last day, and Tottenham is forced to win unless West Ham loses. In crazy scenarios, but nonetheless interesting. We're gonna see a big side go down, quote unquote. The Conference League champion.
Don't act like that's a real title, Jerry.
Yeah, dude, it's a real title when you have like what $150 million budget compared to like a
Hey,
20 million one.
that's where Declan Rice started getting cocky, dude. We won a European champion.
Oh my God. But yeah, the FA Cup final, did you see it? I didn't get a chance to watch it.
No, it was in the morning. It was on the morning of my birthday. I was not waking up early for that. I just got a text from Yair telling me how was that not a penalty?
Yeah, I heard it was controversial.
Yeah, and so I rage baited him and said, it was clearly not. It was a clear.
He's like, you texted the wrong person, dude. But no, I didn't get to watch it. I wasn't really too interested in it because I had a feeling Man City was gonna win because of how Chelsea was playing. Well, they barely won 1-0, so
Yeah,
interesting. That was gonna be a downfall year for Man City, and they have two titles in their cabinet.
yeah.
Crazy
And then they're gonna get another one next weekend.
that they are. But
World Cup news.
Fermin Lopez out with a metatarsal injury for the World Cup.
Sad
So,
to hear. Sad to hear.
yep,
He
he
never
picked it
won.
up picked it up at the last game of well, last home game for Barcelona of the season. Yeah, I'm surprised they played him. If I'm like a person that they call up for the World Cup, I would have asked to be benched.
Yeah, especially it's just like I said, it just sucks for it to happen this late
Mhm.
because it's like you're right there and you could practically see it, and then you just get injured and you're just like because you got to wait 4 years now, and you never know what could happen in 4 years.
Yeah, you never know if you get another call up.
Yeah,
But yeah, it even sucks because again, it was pretty much he was
you
pretty much in the group already.
yeah
He had a fantastic season. I think 30 plus goals assists without a penalty. So, oh man, sucks to end like that. And then
yeah
even Frankie de Jong, he didn't play the last game because he has some uh
precautionary like injury.
yeah, precautionary injury, but I think even him, he's kind of playing it smart and doesn't want to force himself at all.
Yeah,
Which, again, I don't blame him. We won the title. What are we playing for?
yeah.
Give the kids a
Uh,
chance.
and then also we speculated beforehand, but it's been confirmed now that Lamine Yamal is gonna miss the opening game, so they're probably resting him for that, and then have him be ready for like the last two games of the group stage. So
Yeah, because the first game is against Cape Verde. They don't really possess any crazy threat. Same thing with the second game. I forgot who they're facing. It's a lower nation too.
yeah, so
So
I would expect him to just like second half substitute just so he could get rhythm.
yeah, just saving everything for the knockouts. But even then say like they win the first two games and they don't play them. I think they'll play them in the third game. Just look at very minimal minutes so he
Yeah,
can get rhythm.
yeah, just rhythm, because that's the only thing that he will be missing at that point, just getting used to the rhythm after being like 2 months out.
Yeah. Lewandowski did announce that he's not staying at Barcelona, so he is leaving officially after this season. Great 4 years off of him. He won three league titles. Can't ask for anything more. Maybe a Champions League, but again, it was a group effort.
Now everyone can get this. Not everyone can get this.
Yeah, not everyone could steal the first 10
Yeah, right.
or all of them. But yeah, he did what he had to do. He took a challenge from going from a pretty much established Bayern Munich. He could have won potentially third winning a Champions League. To come to a Barcelona side that was messy-less, was in shambles according to a bunch of clubs, which we were. But he helped stabilize and bring us up. No, shout out to him, even though he missed a lot of goals. I was pissed at him a couple times. But again, what could I ask from him? He was pretty. It was like the later end of his career. So we had him earlier, he would have scored more. What was your favorite Lewandowski goal from Barcelona?
You know how I feel about Lewandowski.
The Bernabeu one, where he just stared down the Bernabeu. That's the one that sticks in my head.
Didn't he score an own goal? I like that one.
He did.
I
Oh.
remember that one. It just came to me. Yeah, I like that one. That's my favorite Lewandowski goal.
We also had what is it? Brazilian call-ups. Neymar is in the squad. Surprising because it's been teetered that he wasn't gonna go, but now he is. Do you think he starts? I don't think he
No,
does.
I think it was a bad move by Carlo Ancelotti. Uh, simply because he's gonna be a bigger story. He's just gonna be drama that's unnecessary for the squad.
Yeah.
Because as we saw from last time, like midweek, he played a game and well, it wasn't his fault, but he was wrongly substituted and it was the referee's fault. But the amount of media attention that it got and everything about it, and he even made it bigger because he took the note from like the fourth referee and then showed it to the camera. So he himself made the whole thing even a bigger thing. It's just that now that he's in there in the squad, everyone's gonna be like, why isn't he playing? Or like, why if he's starting, if he's not starting, when is he coming on? There's gonna be probably gonna be like a whole Neymar cam about like watching him on the bench of how he interacts, how like he interacts with Carlo Ancelotti, and it's just like, oh, is he unhappy? And if like any game they lose or draw or anything that happens, they're gonna be like, why didn't they sub in Neymar?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It might be that if everything goes bad, it might be the end of Carlo Ancelotti with Brazil, even though he just signed an extension with Brazil. Because again, the amount of attention that Neymar brings, I don't mind it because I think you do need Neymar, but he's probably gonna be
A distraction,
a
I think.
distraction and demanding to play. I don't think he's at full fitness to be playing a full 90.
Well, he's been injury prone since we've known him, and he's been even more because he's been struggling with injuries even at his time with Santos.
Hmm.
Even the reason why he was wrongly substituted was because he was having calf problems and he was getting sprayed down outside the pitch. So they assumed that they were taking him out. So I don't expect him to not be or like to be at full fitness and to play a full 90.
Yeah, so let's see what kind of problems it does bring, or if anything might be solutions, but we'll see. Because you know for a fact Vinicius has to kind of start, because again, he's young, he's a good player, he still hasn't started with Brazil too much, and then Rafinha is playing too. So do you think
And
there'll be a clash between
and
Neymar and
Cunha
Rafinha? Yeah, and
and
Cunha.
Cunha because he's been good for Brazil as well.
Hmm.
And
So there might be a clash in the locker room, which again, you don't need. And you've been playing without Neymar for like a whole year now, or even two.
yeah.
So why bring him now? If you should have integrated him to the squad before then.
And plus I feel like this is a situation that came upon him because of like Brazil has been struck by unlucky injuries. Like Rodrigo would have been there if he didn't tear his ACL. Estevao also missed it because of injury. He would have also been there. Uh, there's still like more players that were called up. Like I know Endrick was called up. Like is he gonna get game time or like is he gonna have to take the backseat to Neymar getting in there? If he gets subbed in, is it gonna be like, oh, why didn't he put Neymar instead for his experience or like all these other like whatever substitution he makes now, it's gonna be like it's gonna draw attention to that like no matter what, and
Yeah, definitely.
it's an unnecessary distraction that I feel like was avoidable, and not to mention Joao Pedro got left off the squad, which I feel like at this current moment he would bring more than Neymar because
Yeah.
he can play as a central striker even though not like fully, but it's better than what like the other options Brazil has.
Yeah, because he could associate himself pretty well. Like, say, Cunha's not having the best game. Sub him out, bring on Joao Pedro, which is pretty much the same profile of a player that could associate, like, give a pass. Because, Rafinha is pretty good to finish pretty well. And then even Vinicius Jr., he's proven it time and time again. But now with Neymar, it's like Neymar is more than likely going to want to take the final shot.
Yeah,
Is he going to be a willing passer?
yeah, and plus with those front three. Or like yeah, with Cunha, Rafinha, and even sometimes Vinny, like with Brazil, he's been pressing more than he does at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like those three are all willing pressers in Brazil. Neymar can't do that at his age and with his physical problems. So that's something they lose when he comes on.
Yeah. We'll see. I think more than likely he's going to be used as a sub, kind of like Messi. I'm predicting Messi's going to be used as a substitute rather than a starting player. Because again, you need players to press, especially in this day and age where everyone's running.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, but but yeah, that's pretty much it for this podcast. Jesse, any other?
Hey, Cubs fans, hold the L. Hold the L.
What did Chela say? He said fly the L.
Yeah, fly the L because they have a white Cubs. They say fly the W. Fly the L. They were talking smack saying they were gonna sweep this series. What happened? What happened?
What's it called? Isn't Caleb Williams like huge fan or like a huge friend with
Fr
one of the Cubs players?
Yeah, PCA, he's been ass.
Didn't he get suspended for like swearing at a friend?
I don't
Or is that
think
a
so.
troll account?
I don't think he got suspended, but there's like a big attention of it because he didn't catch a ball in the outfield, and then a female fan was yelling at him, he sucks, and then he responded, uh, what was it? I can't remember, but something about like sucking his dick.
Hey man, can't be saying that, bro. You gotta keep your composure.
But yeah, it was a good win. It was a good win.
Yeah, I saw they got smoked the first game, right?
It was I think 10-5.
Then the second game they smoked them.
Yeah, it was 8-3.
Then the third game it was pretty close, right?
Uh,
Well, the Cubs were winning at one point.
I think Cubs went up first, and then White Sox tied it, and then we were up three in the ninth. And then I hate Dominguez. He gave up a 3-run bomb, and then they went to extra times, and then Cubs took because they were batting first. They got a 1-run lead, and then we walked it off with a home run.
I saw it. But hey, man, not into baseball, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Talk about Munetaka Murakami, my goat.
That I heard good things about him.
Yeah, dude. Everyone didn't want to sign him because everyone thought he was a bust, and we got him cheap.
Only for 2 years though, right?
2 years. Give him all the money. Give him all the money.
Make him owner of the Chicago Bulls.
We're getting a new owner. We're not getting Jerry Reinsdorf, Jerry. We're getting away from that horrendous ownership.
That's why. Make him a shareholder, if anything.
Yeah, dude, we're getting a new guy. And then guess what? We're on the up and up. We also got the first pick in the MLB draft.
That's cool. But don't they have to go to like that triple league, double league, or whatever?
Yeah, but you can move quick in some cases. Sometimes even skip it entirely. Like Garrett Crochet, he was a pitcher for us. He skipped the all the minors and went straight to the major leagues. And then we traded him for 4 players that we currently have.
Interesting. But if anything, that does it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Peace.
He's